We are back at it again. You see my friend. If you don't know now, you know. This is Barrel Hold It Down. We got the crown as a straight to these rounds. In my opinion, this might be not only the most underrated, but maybe Pusha T's greatest verse ever. Let's get to it. Soundtrack from Godfather of Harlem, Swizz Beatz, Cold Blooded featuring Pusha T. Woo! Let's go.
They say they cold-blooded.
Yeah.
You ain't cold-blooded. Your neck too soft, put a knife to it. Funeral rooms on, got your wife to it. Woo! They say cold-blooded. Up in here, who want it, huh? You ain't cold-blooded. Hang in the daylight, huh? Police ain't coming for some hours. Niggas ain't really talking for some hours. You gon' die if you try to take ours. Boy, we cold-blooded.
Black child born in the storm. They had to bundle up to stay warm. Bodega babies, strollers in the snow to the candy lady. That sugar made the monsters of the 90s crazy. Child rebel soldiers of the inner city. They hate me now, tigers next to Nas and Diddy. His mama fell in love with drug dealing Diddy. The only star left that was next to Biggie. Little did she know she was one of four. And little did he know he was one of eight. Unknown siblings all through middle school. With the same mean mug that was born from hate.
Yeah. Like there's so much to unpack there. And just those few bars, man. Hot damn. Like Pusha T's like creating a movie here with this verse. Just his first verse is creating a movie here to where you can see everything. Like I picture every time I think about young kids growing up in the hood, I think of the what's it? What's the movie called? Something. But anyway, The Wire season 4, like all of them. I think of that. But yeah, just a picture he's painting of kids growing up, just from birth to like growing up with mean mugs because of the family they've been brought into without their consent. It just there's nothing you can do about it. Like, man, it's so cold-blooded, man. It's a perfect way to describe it, man.
Bodega babies. You wonder why these kids of the
City of God. That's what I was thinking of. City of God. Let's go.
90s crazy.
Yeah.
Hide and go seek when the father's lazy. And they mamas only want the early 90s Jay-Z's.
They say they cold-blooded. You ain't cold-blooded.
That's all programming.
Too soft, put a knife to it. Funeral rooms.
It's the mentality of the female and the mentality of the male and the female. They only want the Jay-Z. They only want the 90s Jay-Z, right? They don't want the businessman. Maybe think of a Meet the Parents, Jay-Z Blueprint 2.
Song got your wife to it. Woo! They say cold-blooded. Up in here, who want it? You ain't cold-blooded. Hit everything in the daylight. Police ain't coming for some hours. Niggas ain't really talking for some hours. You gon' die if you try to take ours. Boy, we cold-blooded.
They said his skin wasn't light enough. And his future wasn't bright enough.
Woo!
Little sister don't talk much. Cause they uncle had the Midas touch.
Oh my God. Little sister don't talk much. That's because the uncle had the Midas touch? Man. He is talking about drama. So much trauma in his God thing on these verses, man. God damn.
Little sister don't talk much. Cause they uncle had the Midas touch.
Yeah.
Evil is as evil does. Mama looked away, blamed it on his needle buzz. Sold the food out the freezer when he needed drugs. Begging like he Cool J when he needed love.
Woo!
Yeah, bodega babies. You wonder why these kids of the 90s crazy?
Yeah.
Broken black homes is the modern slavery. You can't raise a savage and
Deny the rabies. Oh my God, man. Huh? You wonder why these 90s babies crazy? You can't deny the drama. Ah. Say that again.
Broken black homes is the modern yeah, bodega babies. You wonder why these kids of the 90s crazy? Broken black homes is the modern slavery. You can't raise a savage and deny the rabies.
Woo!
Woo!
Broken black homes is the modern slavery. You can't raise a savage and deny the rabies. Huh? There's so many black kings and queens, man, grown up in broken homes. Like, I thank God every day for my mom and father. For my mom and father every day. Not having me go through any mess growing up in terms of a neighborhood and them staying together, which is on them. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with me. But I just thank God, like, I ain't got no trauma from that, man. There's so many people that grew up in broken homes that found a way to make it. I applaud y'all, man. I applaud y'all. Because it's like, man, there's so many kids growing up lost and no direction because of just the trauma they're going through with the broken home. It's a modern day slavery. A lot of it was set up that way by the powers that be. We know who we talking about. The powers that be. You know what I mean? From the 40s to the 50s to the 60s, 70s, the 80s. Right? It was set up that way. To the 90s, it was set up that way. Right? Taking the fathers at the home, Vietnam, all that crack academic, right? We know. If you know, you know. Woo! But yeah, God, that's one of my favorite lines. Oh. You want to know why these 90s babies crazy? Broken black homes is a modern slavery. You can't raise a savage and deny the rabies. Ah, my God.
Enough. Little sister don't talk much, 'cause they uncle had the Midas touch. Evil is as evil does. Mama looked away, blamed it on his needle buzz. Sold the food out the freezer when he needed drugs. Begging like he Cool J when he needed love. Yeah, bodega babies. You wonder why these kids of the 90s crazy? Broken black homes is the modern slavery. You can't raise a savage and deny the rabies.
Woo!
Woo!
Bodega babies.
Yeah, bodega babies. How loud I got to scream for someone to save me. And now I'm in the cell from everything you made me.
They say they cold-blooded. Yeah, cold-blooded. Your neck too soft with a knife to it. Funeral rooms on, got your wife to it. Woo! They say cold-blooded. Up in here, who want it? Yeah, cold-blooded. Hit everything in the daylight. Police ain't coming for some hours. Niggas ain't really talking for some hours. You gon' die if you try to take ours. Boy, we cold-blooded.
God, it's so fitting that that Swizz did not put any drums on this. It's so much more eerie with just the guitar and the piano and the chimes. Like, man, that last song by Pusha about the I'm in a cell because of everything you made me, basically is accountability apart, because you gotta take accountability for all your choices in life. But at the end of the day, it gives you the results of how everything around him or her failed them. From the household, failed them. Their neighborhood, failed them. The school system, failed them. The police system, failed them. Like, everything failed them. Right? Bodega babies. Like, man, I wish they would have did a music video for this. That's why it pisses me off. Power with that show. If you've seen Power, that's why the ending with Tariq pisses me off, because nobody that has lived with that type of privilege should have any type of that vitriol for their father in doing what he did. It's like that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like that's why Tariq is the weakest character in the history of all television. It made no sense. You grew up in privilege. Yeah, your parents broke up. But you still got your parents. You still grew up in privilege. Like, you got nothing to complain about. Yeah, you got kidnapped, but what it is. But like, I just pray and think about all the kids that grow up in the broken homes and the failed school systems and the failed neighborhoods. And man, I just hope one day we can overcome that and overcome the programming. Yo, if you haven't, go watch They Clone Tyrone. I just watched that the other night. Bruh, you can play this soundtrack on They Clone Tyrone. It fits so perfectly, bruh. You want to talk about really talking about what's going on? I ain't gonna say too much, man. You don't know who listening, but just go check the movie out. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, that's Cold Blooded by Pusha T featuring Swizz Beatz. Like, comment, subscribe, share all things other things. Let me know what you think Pusha T's best verse is. For me, this is it, hands down. Before that, I might have said, if you know, you know. But better hold it down is what we do mean.